Professor of Middle East Politics and Director of the Middle East Studies Program at George Washington University. And he joins us live now from Washington, D.C. Sina, welcome. So what do these ongoing protests demonstrate about the state of things currently in Iran, and what might they mean for the Islamic Republic's future?
Well, it initially started as economic protests, but quickly morphed into anti-establishment, anti-Islamic Republic demonstrations. We witnessed very large-scale demonstrations in big cities such as the capital, Tehran, in Isfahan, in religious centers like Mashhad, Qom, across the country, really, especially in Tehran. Some of the scenes were just, unprecedented in my opinion. And they're chanting mostly anti-establishment. They've addressed, the slogans were directly against Ayatollah Khomeini, the supreme leader, death to the dictator slogans as such. Now, where the Islamic Republic is headed, just a quick context, it faces numerous crises at the same time. It's environmental crisis, it's the water crisis, it's economy, which is suffering. The people are suffering under sanctions, corruption, mismanagement, and most recently the conflict with Israel. And we saw how there were reports of a second round of conflict between Iran and Israel. So there are a multitude of crises that the Islamic Republic is now facing at the same time.
And of course, Iran is no stranger to mass protests, but do these feel different, do you think?
Well, I think this protest started as an economic protest with shopkeepers in northern Tehran, mostly those who sell cell phones and computers, shut down their stores to protest the devaluation and the fluctuation in the currency. But as I said, it quickly morphed into political. The last round of protests, the widespread protests that we witnessed, were as a result of the killing of Mahsa Amini, that young Kurdish girl who died in the custody of Iran's morality police, which sparked very, again, widespread protests. But I think in terms of scale, I think this time around we're witnessing more protests in cities that we did not see protests in them, and I believe the scale is much bigger too. Some of the protests that I saw in Tehran were just very big.
And we're seeing reports now of an internet blackout. Is that concerning? I mean, what's the intention of the government in doing that? Is that a possible precursor to a violent crackdown?
Well, this is the classic ploy by mostly authoritarian state. In the case of the Islamic Republic, that's something they've been doing since 2008. First of all, to prevent people from organizing, to communicating. We have to keep in mind that the 2008 Green Movement was the first democratic movement that used Twitter to organize people. So that's one reason they do it. And secondly, to prevent people from sending clips, footages of the demonstrations to the outside world. This is why we're witnessing some people asking Elon Musk to provide Starlink free of charge to Iranians.
Sina Azodi, Assistant Professor of Middle East Politics and Director of the Middle East Studies Program at George Washington University. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.